Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining me. To those keen or interested, you'll find my email listed in the description box below. I offer personal readings. Okay, this will be your message from the divine. This will be your message from the divine. Okay, I'm grateful for your time. Without further ado, let us tap into this energy. Let us tap into this reading. Let us tap into this message. Okay, so straight away, I'm channeling DNA and skeleton. So the DNA, the skeleton. Okay, let's tap in here. The world cosmos. Okay, the world cosmos. Let's tap in here. So I'm channeling that, there's a life force that is very active at this time. Like it's a controlled life force that comes from the divine. It's nothing to do with humanity. It's everything to do with the earth itself. And humanity is a part of the earth. So it's not about us. It's about the grand design of what this is. Let's tap in here. We have the devil energy. So there's a lot of misconceptions or misconstrued perceptions about a lot of things in life. Like somebody, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. There's somebody right now in high school that's looking at the popular girl or guy to be everything, but they will leave high school and that popular guy or girl will probably be a receptionist somewhere or work at Starbucks. And that everything mentality will die off. So, coming back to the generalization of this message, everything that we live is, in that moment, in that moment, in that moment. And whatever we see it to be, that's how we live, as the individual in that reality. That's your truth in that world, or that's, the life that you are in. So whatever we don't understand with this devil energy, it's not that we don't understand it. There is misinformation. We don't have the knowledge and wisdom. If it was provided, we would know. We have the muse of materials here. So, so with this muse, that's interesting. With this muse of materials, a lot of people are not, it turned reversed and it shows a path, okay, a walk, a journey of life. So a lot of people's chapter or era or direction or compass of life is conflicted with many things that they are looking at as insight. Like, I understand this concept and I'm gonna base my whole life on it, and that concept could be of truth in a way of what it's created to be, not how you feel about it or what you think of it, or it could merely just be an illusion. And that's, very scary. That's very scary to think that something that you love dearly could be real or not, or a truth that you see to be of truth could be a falsified perception of human, ploy or humankind conditioning or programming. Like back to that analogy, that reference point, that case study, that example that we'll all understand. Because there was a popular jock, or there was a Regina George, and someone was there thinking that, what, if I don't, if John Doe don't F me, it's because my hair ain't right. Or if Betty Boo doesn't allow me in her popular squad, I am not enough. I am nothing. So, you know, another analogy, reference point, case study, and example. There's plenty of instances in a man's life or a woman's life where they thought that they loved somebody, just to realize that whoever that person is not even who you thought they were. Just simply like real life experiences that will touch base on this message itself, where we need certain things to come to light. We need certain truths to be activated in our own minds, in our own hearts, for the upgrade of what we need to become. So when you dumb things down, you're actually affecting humankind, population, evolution, and not just how you feel and think about life and what it should be. It's like mental entrapment is not slavery. You are enslaving yourself because you have to live in this too. Like whoever is in the lead, or with the stable energy, this is like industry, whatever, you're in the forefront to make decisions and choices to change the world, and you choose to enable minds of people to be depleted and sunken in trauma because you feel a type of way about people knowing things. That's a curse. People should know. Look at China. And let's talk about an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Look at how advanced China is. Like people there don't think like normal people, quote unquote. They're just crazy, smart, brilliant, almost like a genius. Even the kids there don't like they could be 26 in their brain. Because of the frequency there, the wavelength there, the vibration there, there's just too much intellect, too much intelligence for you not to get hit with a wave or something. You know what I mean? So with this Knight of Cups, things are not like based on how we feel about them. It just is what it is. There's just a witch out there watching and hating on me because I am who I am, but it don't change that I am who I am because you're hating on me. You get or you don't get. Just a couple of analogies, reference points, case studies, and examples. This is to say that, there's a lot of things that are going to start to come to light in the world. And Diddy is not just, it's nothing compared to what's like, things are about to hit the fan. Like, the people in power are afraid to admit that they're picking up the pieces of something they can't even organize again because it's all falling apart. But hey, we got the Magician to the Six of Cups here. So you're going to be put in the forefront of a specific community of people, or this could be a group, a family, a corporation, a business, entrepreneurship, creativity, ideas, ideologies. I also just channeled the words fantasy of desire come to reality, like something in your life, in your world that you're going to lead. Okay, you're going to be put in a leading position here, or podium. Okay, a mic, or like your voice, your instrument is your voice. You're going to be able to change something, heal something, break free, or help others do the same thing. So whatever this is really based on like, your niche or your gift or your talent, your skill, your passion, your ambition, your goal. Back to that, desires and, fantasies here. But in real life, it's gonna be crazy, like booked and busy, paid, like luxury or luxurious items, or invitations, communication based on professional approach. A lot is gonna start happening here for you. And you're going to be part of the grand design of creating the order, the divine order, not the order of someone who's gonna pass on and was just put in the lineage to continue the curse of misinformation or trauma, whatever. The divine actually instigated you being put in a position to lead. Like you need to be somewhere, you need to do some, this is purpose or fate or destiny. Like you need to break the puppeteer strings. I'm channeling the word, coordinately. I heard corruption or the jurisdictional, the judicial system. An analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Envision the jury that has the power to send someone to hell or heaven. Heaven being back to what they know, hell being, being being caged. And let's say the jury, there's like about 8 women and like whatever men. And in those 8 women, there's 4 that have more authority than the others. And in that 4, they all don't like how beautiful that woman is that is under judgment. We don't think about things like that, like the emotional, restraints that women contain themselves with, their own systems where they know they hate this woman, but they have to smile in their face, like a boss having to pretend they care, that the employee hates waking up early, but they want to get paid. Like the jury is in the position to make or break somebody, and that foe doesn't like how that person's dressed because they look too beautiful, more beautiful, that it's triggering their trauma of like the man that cheated on them with a beautiful woman. You get it? And the vengeance begins upon femininity, and now it's like, oh, I'm gonna get off on the fact that I'm in the position to put you in hell. And it actually happens, and they go on living their life. Another analogy, reference point, case study, an example, lost one, as we tap in further here. There's this woman who was born in, I don't know, born, but lived in the era of 1651. Her name is Valerie. She poisoned, like, she had a makeup line, quote unquote. And in this makeup line, it was actually just a pseudonym. Like the makeup line was like a front or like a mask to her selling a specific ointment that was colorless and tasteless and was to poison the man. You know what I mean? And in the Renaissance times, that's what was going on. And she said she's doing makeup. It was not makeup. The woman would go there. It was as colorless as this, soluble, whatever this, you know what I mean? And they would go there, pay the price, and go back and do the man dirty and then live their life. It's just like the Jezebel spirit that will sit there knowing they are part of why a man's about to lose their life by way of communicating to the man's enemies, and then still be okay with it and go do her nails after. And that person's probably someone's best friend. Not knowing, no, that's not your best friend, sis. Someone, So so there's a lot of implanted ideologies in humankind. Like we all know, like there's something that we've all grown to love because it's in our face all the time, or there's a show that is populated by way of views because it's in our face all the time, or there's specific truths that we're forced to believe, but we don't know that it's the truth. That's just what they say though, and they being whatever, however long it's been spoken as truth, you know what I mean, or seen as truth, and whatever it is, whatever the case might be. But with the Knights of Swords reversed, like we need to backtrack a little bit. The divine wants us to just start over. You know, like I remember me personally, the divine once told me, like, just forget all your trauma, girl. Like, it's not about like, yes, like it happened, but like I want a second chance with you. Forget it. Like it doesn't exist anymore. Live in a new energy, in a new currency of energy, and in a new spectrum of it too. And I said that, like, but yeah, like for real though, because what am I tripping about? The person that caused the trauma is out here eating something and like watching TV, and I'm crying over the fact that you did something to me 5 years ago that only happened 5 years ago. And it's like, the truth is, I'm holding myself back from living. So it's things like that where people say, if you want to get, if you want to heal, you seek vengeance. Make sure you destroy everything they do. What are you talking about? You're just doing exactly what they did to you. The same thing that's making you the way you are towards them. You're just continuing it. So what are you doing better? So yeah, a shift of mind, a shift of heart needs to be activated, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Women are gonna start, showing their true colors to these men, and the short skirt won't work anymore, girl. It won't work anymore when you bend over and you arch it. It won't work anymore because he will see the demon in you from afar. The men, the divine masculines are way past that. If they're not in the process of being way past that meaning already can identify a body snatched woman, like they're just a demonic entity, like a Jezebel or a femme fatale. And with the men too, like the predators, the pedophiles, or the Casanovas, the lover boys, the heartbreakers, that energy, the Cupid's arrow, it's gonna literally be identified easily now because we've all lived in that for too long to not see it when it shows up in our reality, even if you want to feel differently about it because you want it to be something it's not. You want to believe that he's this person so bad. He looks good, but like you could be crazy. You know what I mean? But also with the Ace of Cups here, this is like a frequency thing, a wavelength thing, a vibration thing. It's a spectrum of what we're living. Just like how we don't control the fact that there's this breathe oxygen thing that we do. It's one of those things where it's like bigger than what we are. And because of that, it's just gonna happen on its own. And you're gonna be part of that upgrade because you're going to be put in the forefront to activate it in those lives of people you're in. Because you are an upgrade too. Like for my divine feminines, let's say, there's a foul woman with a foul odor of like negative energy, and you're put in a position where you walk into their life either directly, indirectly, in a private setting, public setting. You are going to trigger that woman's karma or awakening or judgment, because you are of light, and it's just going to repel. It's not going to be parallel, but she's going to be forced to be parallel because it's going to be evident that the illusion has always been the fact that you're just a hater, or you're just jealous. And like whatever the glitz and glam, it's just glitz and glam. Who says a pretty face can't kill? We got the full reversed here, and this is going to be over a long period of time, but more so a set, divine timing strategy or aim or motive, by the divine, thyself, because it needs to happen, you guys. Like if we didn't know about Diddy, we still think like he's like okay in the mind. I don't like Candace Owens and Oprah Winfrey. But let's tap in further here. But this is to say, there's things we don't know. And just because we don't know them doesn't mean the truth of them is not, what it is. Like, there's someone out there that thinks their sister is their best friend, but their sister is a jealous freak that's planning their death. So, hallelujah, amen, isn't it? There's someone out there that's hanging with a friend thinking that's their friend, but the friend just slipped something in their drink, isn't it? Or there's a mother out there that's sick in the mind and wanting to be their own daughter, isn't it? So yeah, you're going to be part of this, upgrade. Yeah, and it's something it's not in your control. You can't, even stop it or contribute to it not happening. It's beyond that. It's about fate, destiny. It's like there's people that need to be in certain positions. Like there's like people that need to do certain things. Like there's Bill Gates, there's Elon Musk, there's people that need to be who they need to be so that things in life work out in a certain way for others that come after them, or for others that didn't think it was possible, or for others that didn't understand something about something. But this is the energy here. Because like the mirror effect of all of this is we all are going to be faced with truths that we didn't know before. But the truth of what we didn't know before will activate what we need to know now. So that when we know now, in the future, we can walk in with an awakening. Because if we walk in blind, we'll be blind leading the blind. And, it's a spiral of what? Death. Just like that friend that you think is your friend, it's not your friend, sis. Or sis, sister blood, think you sister blood. Really not sister blood, sis. So, we got the Nine of Pentacles here. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands reversed. So, also, visions, dreams, channelings, downloads, upgrades are active. So, take it, experience it, receive it, love it, embrace it, cherish it, live in it. You don't need to do anything. Just wake up and breathe. We have the Nine of Pentacles to the Five of Cups, and no one can take this away from you. That's the thing here. It's so crucial that you be this or do this or go there or act like that or behave like. It's crucial that you are who you are. You're important in a specific grand design of what this needs to be, which is life itself. So, take that out, applies for a reality, world, and life, beloved. I'm grateful for your time. Thank you for joining me. To those, okay, this was your message from the divine. This was your message from the divine, okay? To those keen or interested, I offer personal readings. And if you want to book me for a personal reading, you'll find my email listed in my description box below. I'm grateful for your time. Thank you for joining me. Once again, beloved, goodbye.